So I was reading that you and Tim both had the same reservations about making another Beetlejuice movie. If something feels right, we'll do it. So I was wondering, do you remember the very first moment you realized this particular script felt right? It was the one?
Wasn't like that exactly. He said, I think there's something, he said, read it, but I think it was something like, I think I've got something we can work from. And it was actually, so I was surprised because I thought it was better than something to work from. I thought, well, this is farther along than that. You have to understand, you can't say, oh, yes, that's it, don't touch a word. Because that's not how the movies, the two we made, worked. It just didn't work like that. It wasn't like, okay, now you say this and then that happens. You know, we kind of created it on the spot. But I will say the story was really solid. The writing was really good, and they understood kind of the tone of it. But I think Tim worked with them while he was doing Wednesday. Yeah.
That makes sense. It definitely feels like a firm understanding of the type of play that needs to happen with this character and this world.
Yeah, that's right.
So another thing I was reading is that you're a little nervous to return to the role.
Yeah.
So I am curious, was there a single aspect of playing Beetlejuice again that maybe made you think, like, I don't know if I could do this again?
Well, you know, filmmaking is, you got to keep up a level of energy and pace and focus. And I didn't know how it was going to, I didn't know what the vibe was going to be or the process was going to be going over to, you know, we shot in this little studio down in Culver City, cool old legendary kind of place. I think they made some silent movies on some of these stages, I think. But when I went over there, you know, you don't know how it's going to work or you know, what the pace of things is going to be, and you know, I didn't know. But so I just went in saying, well, I'm just going to do what we did the first time as close as I can. And Tim had already seen it. It was just totally clear in his head.
Literally everything I've heard about the making of the movie feels like it is the right vibe behind the scenes in addition to the work produced on screen.
Yeah.
I love hearing stuff like that. If 1988 you could watch Beetlejuice, what is something you do in this movie that would make him go, my God, I can't believe I'll get to do that with this character one day?
Oh, geez, good question. I don't know. That requires me actually thinking about this. I don't know. That's a great question, though. Jeez. I don't know. There's some things that I thought, I don't know. But you have to understand, when we went back, I was just talking about this idea Tim had while we were shooting the scene. He said, hey, I don't know if this is going to work, but, you know, ... And then I said, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We shot it and I saw it. I went, oh, that's really funny.
Oh,
that happens a lot.
I'll follow up on that a little. Is there any, because I know, again, there's a lot of play on this set, and you don't stick to every single word in the script. So
I don't stick to any of them.
Was there any particular really big swing you took on set during a scene that made you think, like, they're never going to use this, but Tim embraced it and now it's in the finished film?
I'm sure there was a lot of that in the first one. In fact, it was like one gigantic big swing. There were less so now because we knew we could get away with more. It's weird. We had to be a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more politically correct. But we didn't even think about that too much. A couple times we went, yeah, maybe not, you know, and then we went right up to it.
Oh, you play, again, I'll keep using the word play because that's what it feels like. It feels like actors and filmmakers I admire loving playing with this world. And that's what I needed as a fan. So thank you.
Thank you.